Artyom, the team took the long way around to the port.
Artyom, I see you. Come up here on the crane. They have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier. Sam will take the right flank. Come in, Sam.
I'm in position. I can see a guard.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to take the guard off.
Idiot is on the far crane.
Ready for action. Got a mark on everyone on the pier.
Crest has scouted out the basement. Well, Artyom, we're all set. You managed to get out of the church quietly,
So let's make this one the same.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up immature soldiers like them.
Cut the
All right, Artyom, you're in charge.
charge. You call the shots. Perhaps we should wait for dusk. It might be easier then. Some of the guards might fall asleep. You could rest here in the cabin in the meantime.
You could climb aboard there. I'll distract them. You get on. Hide here and wait for them to pass.
Hey, what was that? We have to check it out. What's the point? Do you have to look for more stuff to do?
Well, I sure don't like it, but we gotta check.
All right, let's do that.
I'll avenge you if you get heated. Yeah, sure. Just don't shoot my ass, though, okay, you avenging angel?
So, are we going to Nizhny this time?
Nah, we'll turn back about 20 clicks from there. Fuck those assholes.
You're talking about the outpost?
Yeah, the last time we were there, those fucking so-called vigilant watchmen made a sieve out of our breach. Conveniently, everything was alright while we were unloading the wares, but when the time came to pay up...
Damn assholes.
Well said. So now, even if they offer a crate of ammo for a piece of bread, I don't care. I'd sooner go to Baku than there.
Well,
Careful, behind you.
Misha! What the hell is up with you?
what's that? Down there, can you see it? What could be the situation there?
Open fire, he's been spotted.
Shot one. This one's down. Got one.
We need a medic here! Shit! I'm hit! I see the monster! Fuck it!
Vigilant watchmen made a sieve out of our breach. Conveniently, everything was alright while we were unloading the wares, but when the time came to pay up...
Damn assholes.
Well said. So now, even if they offer a crate of ammo for a piece of bread,
There are narrow spaces between the cargo.
I'd
Squeeze through
sooner
them.
go to Baku than there.
Well, they say it's no fun in game.
Nobody everyone is just lying their asses off. But we know about Nizhny for sure. See this scar? There you have it.
Watch out, on your right.
It's not tobacco, it's bait. Bait? That's a good one. People even buy it here. You can't eat all the fish. Anyway, move along and quit scaring the fish away with your bullshit. It's high time it started biting. Is there anything worth keeping? Quit scaring the fish.
There's a float between the barges. Climb overboard.
Get some mesa.
Done.
Fall back, everyone! Hey, what happened?
Open fire. He's been spotted.
Ahead.
Over there!
The barges are clear. Time to capture the tugboat bridge.
It ain't worth it! There's too many of them!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I can pay the goods. Take them. You can take the goods.
Stay calm, it's us! Great job, Artyom.
fine. You did great. A shame we couldn't do it quietly.
So, you guys ready to set off? Too late if you're not. We have no time to waste.
Good luck, guys. I hope the winds are fair and the waters are smooth. And Artyom, watch it out there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that luck, all right. Fair winds.
Hurrah! Man your stations, weigh anchor!
We're gonna go about halfway there, then wait in the reeds until about 4 o'clock. We want to get there early in the morning when the fog is the thickest and they are sleepy after the morning prayer. Artyom, it's Duke. You're on final approach. There. See that fire at the very top? That's the control post. What used to be anyway. Now it's a shrine, блять. Closer to God at the top, you see? That's where you have to go. I'll distract the guards now. Hey, you ashore! Catch the line!
Ready! What did you do to your barge? What you gonna sell now?
Whoa, you're so funny!
So Artyom, shall we move? Whoever gets there first wins. Break a leg.
The Aurora is quietly moving into position. We'll be ready to act on your signal. Roger that, sir. We're on it. Over.
Who arrived? It's like you missed the morning service. Well, I didn't.
One day you are going to get sent to fight demons for that.
But it's so early. Just tell me what he said.
Wow. A heretic. Not to mention that Kadia, her witch spawn, and all the consumer. There's a rumor that people saw her with the heretics.
So you think they might attack?
Ah, who knows? They are heretics. May the Czarfish devour them.
I should go to the confessionary. It was just me. Well,
Shield me from Satan's deception.
right. Let's get this. He was right to go there.
Hey, why are you lying here, brother?
He did remind us of Vigil. Back? But he and Kirill vowed to eradicate all the demons. You don't just come back after that.
Well, ask anyone. They got captured by heathens, but a heretic, one of the new ones, freed them. I'm talking to you, you dirty heretic! Renounce Satan while you're still alive!
It will be too late once you're dead!
Prepare yourself, you dog! We'll find you! Here is that dog, brethren, in the passage! He was in that passage.
He's here, I'm sure. I can feel his godless presence. There's ninja curs nearby.
I see one in the street. Brothers! The accursed heathen is hiding nearby! Let us be vigilant so that he doesn't escape!
Hey, you heretic! Come out yourself! We've got better than you!
Oh Lord, save me and protect me.
He's here, brothers! And Lord willing, we will find him! Praise be the fish! Keep on hiding, you heretic! It will just make catching you easier!
What's over there?
Alarm! He's dead! Lord willing, I will catch the dirty scum!
I see the heretic in the passage! Dismiss you filthy dog! We have this!
Don't shoot! Can you hear me? Let us submit and ask the king for protection and glory. I have had it with fights! I give up! Give up! People say he's not the real enemy of our congregation. For this sight of our meekness will open his eyes to the light of his true faith.
Well, what's the man to do?
Artyom, I'm almost at the goal. And you've got quite a party going on. Come on. You really going to be made by those old clothes?
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. But our cloister survived. For faithful we died here, and the Lord in his mercy and wisdom has chosen one among them who goes by the name of Philanthropy. And so speaketh the Lord, I will be with you, and will keep you safe, provided you are true in your devotion, provided you reject satanic technology. And even more so, do you reject Satan's deception, that thing they call electric current? The curses which the enemy gave to the fools, so that they would fancy themselves above reproach, above God, and more powerful than him. We reject. Amen, my children. For the electric current is Satan's temptation and his poison. Only those who reject electricity will be allowed into the kingdom of God. Only those who remain unsullied by its corruption will be led through by the stargate. Glory to the King. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. The ones who would forget our clothes. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining incredible light upon us, we will not falter. Let us heal ourselves against them, for this is our hour of glory. Amen. Amen. So let your hands slay the enemy's servants with no rest or mercy. For we carry out the will of our Lord, and it is his retribution and punishment for their sins that our enemies will receive. And all who stand before our gates shall scatter like dust in the wind. His will be done. His will be done.
You are quicker, Tom. Oh, we're just messing through. Let us through peacefully, our guys won't shoot. We've been easy on you people the whole time. And Katya asked us to take her along herself. Do you get me?
Sure thing. First you kill off the local cutthroats, and then you switch to us. Will you kill elders and children too? Or have you drunk enough blood already? Leave us for good now. God may punish you for your sins, but my responsibility is to tend my flock. Hear me, brothers. Hold your fire. You hear me? I'll excommunicate everyone who shoots. Well, I did all I could. Just don't shoot. And tell the driver to keep it slow. The bridge is in shambles, so don't stop, or the bridge might collapse. You will have to try to keep it.
We reached an agreement. They will let us through if we don't shoot and move slowly. And don't stop. Repeat, do not stop. Over.
Hear you loud and clear, Duke. We're out. All hands, hold your fire until ordered.
Artyom, let's jump! Well, that's a job well done, huh?
We left Volga behind.
The endless expanses of Russia stretched before us now. The bridge dwellers had finally decided to believe that we were not demons, and let us pass. Anna was right. We invaded their world, and it's not up to us to destroy it. No matter how stupid it may seem. Electricity is a sin. Is that really worse than the lies we were told in the metro? About how the whole world was dead and there was nowhere to go? Everybody in the tunnels bought that convenient lie. Once we reach Yamantau, we will at least...
Artyom. Artyom. Wake up, dear.
Is he up yet? Artyom, the Colonel wants you on the breach. See you later.
Come on, wake up. You did a great job there. We're not home anymore, so we'd all better act like you did. Smoothly. It's not like there's many of us humans left now. So I hope someday we will be able to trust others just because. Because they are people too. Am I bothering you? Sorry, I'm in a philosophical mood today. Stay here for a bit, Artyom. This is great. I wish I could stay like this forever. Artyom, when you climbed those ruins back in Moscow, with your radio, did you imagine our life on the surface at all? A home, for one. A place where we could live. A log cabin on the outskirts of a forest. Or how about a bungalow on an ocean shore? Well, you know, there's something great in simply going anywhere like this. Together. Through the abandoned stations, the ruins, the wasteland. Especially in our own private compartment. Thinking back, isn't this our honeymoon trip? It certainly feels like one, even though it's a bit late. We've only had some honeymoon sorties at best so far. You know, I had a talk with Katya. I'm sitting here recalling that bridge and those people there, and we've been sitting underground for 20 years. And they haven't. So what? These are not the same people who used to build cities, planes, and space rockets. They are just like us in Metro, only even more dejected. They are essentially slaves. For real. They work all day and pray all night, always watched, always directed. Everything is under control. Everything is decided by the community. Well, I mean, Silantius. They don't even have any property. Even their socks belong to the community. They're just entranced with him, with these ridiculous lies about electricity. Of course, not everyone got fooled easily, but if they dare ask questions, they get penance. Exorcising an electric demon with prayer and the cross. But that's a death sentence. How is a flashlight dangerous? Or a radio? But no, they shun it all. They hide and keep praying. How can you even make people believe this ridiculous garbage within just a few years? People in general start believing lies surprisingly easily, don't they? As long as those lies are convenient or at least familiar. Take us, in Metro. All right, we haven't met the occupying forces yet. If we disregard that shirt I found on an antenna... Katya and Crest, never met them either. But maybe they are still out there somewhere. And if they are, then they didn't even tell us about them back home. They didn't tell us that the war was still on. They just made us believe that there's no life anywhere outside of Metro. They've been lying to us. Lying non-stop. All this time. Were their intentions good? Perhaps. But the Metro is a castle built on lies. Damn, am I angry. And so far, no matter how far we get, we haven't met a single enemy. Isn't that strange? But Father won't have a word of it. Stay vigilant, be careful, the enemy never sleeps. You know, I love my father. A whole lot, no matter what. But what if everything he's been told is just another layer of lies? I hope we'll find out how deep this rabbit hole is once we get to Yamantau. Well, what do you know? I do feel better now after telling you. Thanks for hearing me out, Artyom. Let's just sit here a little. All right, run along. Dad wanted something.
Ass so much. How long has it been since he even arrived in Irkutsk? Not even 2 years.
You better reconsider your position on Meshnikov. Did you forget who started trading with the convicts from Zolotoy? Huh?
Well, that was Zakhar's idea. And Zakhar is the man. He crossed Baikal. Alone. Should we sign up to anything he proposes at once? While Menshikov, I couldn't care less about.
Aren't you getting too big in your head? You're so cool now that the relay gang is off your case? Don't fall off that high horse.
Go to hell, Dan. All right. I can live with listening to Menshikov if you're so fond of him.
Enough of that shit already. The important part is that Irkutsk is still around, and you guys are too.
You're right. That is the important part. Well, give my regards to Menshikov. Over and out.
You devil. Over and out.
How long have we been on the road for? I've been listening to the radio, too. And there was not a single transmission about any occupying force. There's so much regular chatter. So many stories. It says all those are coded transmissions, that they all have hidden meaning, but why would they be so secretive? Why aren't they using this railroad? Why don't they at least control its key junctions? Why did they not install any roadblocks? If they're even out here. This is the main transport artery, after all. Maybe they are not here at all. Maybe they never came here, or they are already gone. Though, where to? Remember? Neither Katya nor Crest have ever met them. Though, we seem to be doing just fine even without them. It's like Middle Ages. That Silentius is treating people like slaves, getting them killed. I can't believe they had it worse without his lies, nonsense, and human sacrifices. And us? We had been living down there for so many years, fighting each other. And nobody even thought you could live outside.
Uncle Artyom, Uncle Tokarev has already set his shop up. Wanna go look? It's so cool. Here, Uncle Artyom.
Ah, hi, Artyom. See my new place? Fit for a king, I must say. Now, what do you think of this workbench, eh? Everything is within reach, yet there's so much space left. Most of the stuff you and the guys found outside and gave to me went into making this workshop happen. So thank you. We'll have to keep pitching in like this too. Looks like we're facing a long journey, and useful things like ammo or equipment don't grow on trees. Plus, the further from Moscow we get, the harder they'll probably be to get. So don't forget to collect all the materials you find to keep us going. There's so many things to do. I haven't decided where I'm going to work on the suits, but I'll have to, and soon. And it's high time we fixed our uniforms. Some of our people are starting to look pretty ragged, you know. Well, Duke's plate carrier won't hold the back plate anymore, and he jokes that he's lucky it's not the front one, or else his toes will be in danger. Regardless, I am turning this little gang back into a real army. Well, that's it. I bragged enough and won't waste any more of your time. The Colonel summoned you. Well, I have stuff to do too. You guys are fast to break gear, but none too expedient to fix it.
Artyom, come on in, have a seat. Stepan's putting on a live performance here.
So, Artyom, are you up for a jam? Come on, pick the guitar up.
Thank you, Stepan.
I'm sorry to ask, Katya, but Nastya's father, he's dead, isn't he? Does Nastya know?
He is. I tried keeping it a secret. Told her he left for the market. Around 3 days passed, and I still kept it in. I just sat there with a needle in my hand and didn't see anything. It was all black before my eyes. And then she snuggles up to me and says, "You should cry, Ma. You will feel better." Sadie used to say it. So I cried and cried. She knows. She knows it all.
I'm sorry, Katya. I'm so sorry.
Let me tell you how we ended up at the bridge. We used to live in northeast from here. Quite close if you go in a straight line. But it took us a month. Everything's bombed to rubble out there. Yermak asked me and I told him. Cindy used to say there were lots of military factories out there. Not just military, of course. General industry. And now you can't pass through there even with filters. The radiation is so high. No railway either, just crater upon crater. We were quite far, but our counter still went crazy. One route appeared intact. There was nothing to bomb. So we used that one, thinking we'd get further to the west, but of course they did not let us cross the bridge with the diesel. They said it was satanic. They were ready to let us stay if we gave them the diesel to cleanse it. So we stayed. And then we couldn't leave, even if we wanted. That old goat, Father Silentius, brainwashed everyone, so they would just pray and bow non-stop. They broke our diesel down with their bare hands and threw it into the river. Purification. And on top of it, they gave us trouble for not helping them. Xenia went to check what was going on, and there were only locals there, because Silentius at the Skatina had sent our people away to test them. He said that if they wanted to be truly accepted, they had to defeat a demon. Xenia went to stop them. But it was too late. He only found burnt rags. And then they sent him to do the same. He never came back.
Katya, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Well, you really didn't. What's done is done. It kind of got so glum in here. Perhaps you, Stepan, could play us something.
Sure thing!
Now stop it already! Well, what did you expect?
Artyom, the colonel's waiting for you on the bridge.
What's up with your plate carrier? Tokarev was mad.
It's a long story. Come on, out with it. Well, there I am, sitting on a beam, looking at Artyom, kneeling about below.
Oh, you are so full of it. Artyom did most of the work.
That he did, yeah, he did. But you don't have to interrupt my lies. You asked me about the Vest yourselves. All right, go on. So I see Artyom get to the door, and I think it's time I came down. So I do. But something just holds on to me.
Thank you.
What does? How should I know? It's dark. Nobody around. But I can't move. And those locals kept going on about Tsar something. So I thought I was in a kind of a bind. So I just unfastened the safety and let down. There was that shed down there. The roof was kind of close.
And what about the Tsar?
Oh, blue, the Tsar was huge. Scary as shit. And there was this rusty bolt, and my carrier got snagged on it.
Well, you, Duke, are lucky you already have a nickname.
That's hilarious. And what was next?
Oh, next. Next we jumped that old preacher of theirs. Well, Artyom did most of it. He swooped in like a hawk. Yeah, he's good. While I was clamoring about those beams and fighting that side. Oh, I'm killing myself. Well, he basically solved the whole problem.
True that. Good job, Artyom.
Yeah, you both did well. Crest also.
Sure. He did a swell job distracting those guards. I almost wet my pants with laughter when they started hauling that timber. He's an artist.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He all came out on top of the game.
with the Ark. All thanks to Doktor. He got the decoder working.
Ark, come in. Come in, Ark. Over. This is Ark. Identify yourself. Over. This is Colonel Svetoslav Mylnikov speaking. I'm in command of a special operations force. We have received your signal and are currently heading your way. Do you copy? Over. Yes. Hear you loud and clear. Who am I talking to? How do I address you? The Deputy Chief of Communications Department, Major Ivanov. A moment. Oh, yes, Major. I understand that the checkup is in order. Great, Colonel. Mylnikov? Simply capable. I am sorry for the lack of trust, but, as you know, the situation is dire and the enemy is always ready to strike. I do understand, Major, and I hope that you can tell the leadership that my people are true to their duty and will be at their full disposal as soon as we arrive. Over. Thank you for the great news. How large is your force, Colonel? I have a squad of the best operatives the Special Forces have to offer. A squad? I see. Well, this is great. Great! Yes, we are a large force, but we bring a message of extreme importance. We are heading towards you from Sector K6 Alpha. Do you have any data on enemy forces we might encounter on the way? Over. Just a moment, I have to check. K6, Alpha, you say? As far as I can see, there have been no enemy encounters reported in the area, Colonel. I regret. I must end our conversation here, but know that we are waiting for your arrival. I am making my report immediately, and I am sure the Minister of Defense will be eager to see you. This is a great honor. Thank you. Just a few words more, though. What is the general situation there, Major? Please. Colonel, sir, you do understand this is classified information. But I do understand you. We are doing fine. Do not worry. Well, see you in the Ark. Over and out. I serve the people. Over and out.
So, do you get this now, you doubting Thomas? I'm so excited my hands are still shaking. Oh, the minister himself! This is incredible! By the way, Artyom, you should take a look at the map. As you can see, we're heading almost straight for the Yamantau complex. Katya and Chris tell me that the line there is in decent condition. Surprising, really, taking into account the number of priority targets there. So we can hope for smooth sailing from here, and right to the very destination. It's not even that far, but our speed depends on the state of the track. So I think it's going to take us quite some time to get there. So, Yermak, where were we?
You were saying, it's all about the results. We are approaching the Yamantau bunker, the final destination of our long journey. Direct radio contact with the bunker has completely dissolved Miller's resentment towards me for destroying our previous lives. He is eagerly anticipating the meeting with the Minister of Defense he was promised. Probably such things are important for a career officer. The people, though, are less interested. They are asking important questions. Where are the occupying forces? Why is there just wilderness and people gone wild around? What's stopping the government from restoring the country? What was being done in the last 20 years? Miller believes that we'll get all the answers. He will be pardoned, as well as Anna and I. And we will all return home to the metro.